everyone's journey through music theory is knowing where all the notes are on their instrument. I'm sorry to say, but if you haven't already learned the fretboard, now is the time. Fortunately, the banjo's fretboard is relatively easy to become familiar with once you know a few key concepts. We'll start this fretboard discussion by using the most common tuning for the banjo, standard G major tuning. Now let's do some simple math to figure out how many notes there are on the banjo and how many notes we actually need to memorize. The first 4 strings on the banjo have 22 frets each. 4 times 22 equals 88 fretting locations. Now add 17 frets on string 5, and that's a total of, that's right, 105 notes. Now we need to add 5 more nut notes, and we have a total of 110 notes on the banjo, not including harmonics. Now let's look at where certain notes repeat themselves. On strings 1 through 4, frets 12 through 22 repeat themselves from the open notes to their 10th fret values, and on string 5, frets 17 to 22 repeat themselves from the open note on the 5th string to its 10th fret. That's a total of 50 notes at their octave locations that we don't need to memorize. If we know the notes at the lower frets, then we know these notes too. We just need to subtract the fret number by 12. For instance, the first string 18th fret is the same note as the first string 6th fret, since 18 minus 12 equals 6, which so happens to be G sharp or A flat, and its octave G sharp or A flat. Will this be on the test? If we subtract these 50 octave notes from the total of 110, we have 60 notes left, and that's a 45% decrease in total memorization that we need to do. Of the 60 notes left, the first and fourth strings are octaves of each other as well. We can subtract out all the note values on the remaining frets of the fourth string and focus only on the first string note values. All octaves of each other. So for purposes of this lesson, that's 12 more notes below the octave of the fourth string that we can cut out. Another 20% reduction in our total memorization requirement. 48 notes to go. The first string past the 5th fret and the 5th string are actually the same exact notes and pitch as well. So that's another 12 notes that we can cut out below the 5th string's octave. Another 25% shaved off the final total. What's left to actually memorize is a total of 36 notes at the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings below their 12th fret octaves, or from their open notes to the last note of their chromatic scale at the 11th fret. 36 notes from an original pool of 110 notes, or 33% of the total. That's not bad, is it?
Well, that about does it for this edition. I've actually been tasked to drum up likes for these kinds of videos, so yeah, go ahead. Click it. Yeah, it's right down there. Just click it. You know what I'm talking about. Just click it. That's it.
If you'd like to watch the unabridged video that this lesson byte came from, please click over here. If you'd like to watch amazing content in general, just click over here.
On behalf of Banjo Dan and I, we'll see you next time here at the Eclectic Banjo.